It's just gone 7 a.m. in Merthyr Tydfil and the 12-hour shift begins.
88-year-old female patient has been found on the floor complaining of hip pain and shoulder pain. Patient has dementia as well.
They head to a care home. Richie Lawrence, ex-military, 4 years a paramedic. Jamie Shaw, 18 years in the Welsh Ambulance Service.
If it's unwitnessed, she could have been there all night.
I'm going to take a little spot of blood out of your finger, alright?
Assessment over, they take her to the local Prince Charles Hospital. The 15-minute handover to A&E target is met. But already, the huge pressures within the system are immediately apparent.
So we've effectively just taken the last bed with our one patient, and it's quite early in the morning.
8:30 a.m. and A&E is now full. They answer an Amber 1 call, the second highest priority for a man with breathing difficulties and pains in his chest. It's 32 miles away in Cardiff, yet they're the nearest crew available. The family had been told to expect a 35-minute wait. It's over an hour and a half before they see a paramedic, which is rapid compared with Christine Spencer's experience in Bargoed last month. In terms of the pain you were experiencing, can you describe the pain?
Oh, it's undescribable. It was terrible.
The 76-year-old had fallen in the kitchen, broken her femur,
Mum's here, legs towards the door.
and cradled by her daughter on the floor, Christine waited for an ambulance in agony for 7 hours. How many times do you think you rang 999?
At least once an hour. And as the time was getting on, the more frustrated I was getting.
What would you say to the politicians who were in charge of the NHS?
Well, I hope it never happened to you.
What about the toilet issue?
And the toilet issue, yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Having waited so long, unable to move, and desperate to go to the toilet, she had to do so in the kitchen on an absorbent pad used to house-train puppies.
Well, I felt a bit degraded that it came to that.
And I'd spoken to him and I said, look, she needs the toilet, you know, and it was a case of, well, one actually said to me on the phone, do you think yours is the only emergency today? And I was like, well, I'm sorry, but this is my emergency.
How would you characterise the state of the
Shocking.
system at the moment?
Shocking. It's falling apart. It needs a lot of funding and a lot of help.
So a list of hospitals will come up, select the hospital.
Help has come recently in the shape of the military. The Welsh Government has drafted in 100 extra drivers. But when we got to Cardiff's A&E yesterday, with 9 ambulances stacked up outside, bed shortages again had left many at a standstill. How long have you been here?
Since 7:15 this morning.
So that's...
4.25 hours.
This is a common occurrence?
Daily. Across all the hospitals.
Is it getting worse?
It's getting worse.
What's the longest you've had to wait outside an A&E department?
Okay then, 12 hours, a full shift.
A full shift waiting. Each month, ambulance crews in Wales lose thousands of hours in handover delays. How frustrating is it?
Very, very frustrating, because I don't think that's what a lot of us signed up the ambulance service for, to wait outside, 12 hours with one patient.
Yeah, the initial call coming in. And this came in at 20 past 11 this morning. Okay. So it's now 2 o'clock.
From Cardiff, Jamie and Richie are called back to Merthyr. A 69-year-old man has had a fall and hit his head. It's been a 3-hour wait.
Right, little turn with me now. You're going to go on the bed there, alright? Simba, you got it? Fabulous.
The Welsh Government has announced an extra £42 million to help free up hospital beds. The need is urgent. Has it ever been as bad as this, from your perspective?
Not from my perspective, no. Not from the 18 years that I've been here, that I've seen. This morale is quite low, and understandably, but I think that's right throughout the NHS at the moment.
Do you dread the next few months?
Personally, yeah. I do dread things. You know, it's been difficult at the moment, so if it's going to get worse, we believe.
The patient they've just brought in, Steve Long, has had scans inside A&E, but the rest of his treatment must now happen outside the department. So it's gone 6 o'clock. This patient has been in the ambulance for more than 3 hours, as has the patient in that ambulance over there, in need of a lot of oxygen, we're told, has been confirmed as COVID positive. And once again, the problem is there are no available beds in A&E. It's been a long day for you.
No,
How are you feeling? Are you tired? You must be exhausted.
I'm just bloody worn out.
You're worn out.
Absolutely worn out.
As are so many across the NHS right now. Hope flickers perhaps in the promise of many a winter plan to manage the demand, but COVID still deepens the complexities. And as one shift ends, another begins for the dedicated paramedics we met with weary predictability.